Mr. Maher?
Tell us a little more about the Democratic New York results.
I wasn't the first one to merge them, Mark Twain. It was a master merger of, and I'm sure they did it in Roman times. But there is a skill to it, I'll take credit for that, and there is, I think, a uniqueness to my show as far as the political landscape that I don't play the, what I call, let me guess politics. This is the last show here for at least 2 years. You know, hopefully it'll be back. It's a beautiful building. I mean, they keep talking about how we need to renovate it. It looks perfectly fine to me. I'm not saying it's a scam. I'm not saying it's not. I mean, it looks, I do not see one thing that needs renovation. It's pristine. But, okay, I don't know. I'm not into the plumbing.
Well, you know, I like Bill. I think he's a patriot. He, not in the traditional sense of the word, like a military person or something like that, but he believes in the Constitution. He fights to defend it, and he fights for his beliefs. And I never see him change a joke just to get a laugh. I think he'd rather get his point across rather than the laugh. That's the difference between him and I. You know, I just like to get the laugh.
Solidify that.
Got to get a little into the nitty-gritty with you while you're here. Now that the Warner deal fell through.
So we got involved in the Mark Twain Prize years ago. I came as a guest when David Letterman was honored, and at that time, the Mark Twain Prize was on TV. It was sometimes on C-SPAN, sometimes on CNN, sometimes on PBS, and I just thought it was such a special night, and it is actually the most prestigious honor that an American comedian can receive. And the Emmy is mostly about writing, the Grammy is mostly about the album, and this is a pure honor for American comedians.
We'll wait till you use that.
I think Bill is the embodiment of what Mark Twain was, which is a guy who found the funny in the events of the day, spoke truth to power, but most importantly, he found the funny parts. And Bill is a comedian first. So.
When Bill calls out the BS on both sides, it squeezes you a little bit, tells stories that force you to connect the dots, so you begin to have epiphanies about maybe mistakes you have in you perceive the world. He doesn't. I think humor in general, because it relaxes us a little bit to open our minds to hear about different ideas, is a fabulously healthy process. Well done humor makes you tell stories to yourself and connect the dots, which is of course where the humor is. You realize something, you have an epiphany on an idea that you may not have come up with on your own. But I also like the fact that Bill beats up both sides.
It's very different than the cynical, crotchety personality he presents on the air. He's actually an incredible friend. He's been there for me every milestone of my life. He's been close to my family, my children, and he's just somebody that I'm so happy to be here to celebrate.
It's good to see you.
I read in January you predicted that Republicans will lose the midterm elections.
This could be a warning sign for other candidates, maybe yourself.
Obviously very inquisitive, kind of has that common sense approach to politics. I wish I could duplicate him and get him elected to office, but I think he'd probably never.
I guess I won't use the unsubstantiated charges of fraud.